Welcome to our sprawling 6-hectare masterpiece of mediocrity. Let's embark on a riveting tour of infrastructure featuring triumphs so small they're basically honorary failures and actual failures that have deserved their own boneyards. Enjoy the tour and keep a keen eye out for opportunities to ridicule, scoff, or even make positive comments or suggestions if you're into that sort of thing.
Blue skies, early morning, and all the grass is laying flat under the heavy dew that we had last night. This is my boar pen. It used to be a little feeding corral for sheep that I was finishing off. We use it now to keep the boar in because my other pens and things have been eaten by the termites and rotted away. So this is a temporary solution for him, and this can be used for a feedlot for sheep or even a little holding pen if we are sorting stuff. But for now, this is his home. Just to show you the difference between one that's not been mucked out today and the others that have been mucked out again. Still wet. These are my finishing pens. There are 3 at the moment. I will add 3 to the top and then leave a bit of a road open to deliver and remove stuff, and then maybe add 3 and 3 again on the right hand side to make a tunnel with finishing pins on both sides. This is my main big pen. There's my house in the background. This big pen was built with initially three different fences in it. They've all been eaten away by the termites, and there are only 4 females, 4 sows in this big area, and then there are still some of the growing pens on the other side. Those pens in there are enclosed in the bigger pen with the perimeter safely secured in the concrete. We had 3 different ball pens here, but the termites and the pigs have destroyed everything. They were not built to last, and we have so much work to do to get this back into a working piggery of any kind. At the moment it's a shambles, but that's the challenge. We're going to upgrade, rebuild better and properly to make this self-sustainable plot a success. All right, this is my house. It was built by my father-in-law. We bought the plot and the plan, and he helped us with the construction, as he was years in the construction industry. On that right hand side is my mom's flat, then 3 bedrooms with 2 bathrooms for my 6 children. And on this side of the house, there's the kitchen, living area, dining room, and my room, bathroom, and office. All right, this little shack was a temporary structure we made 5 years ago when we moved into the house to just store some bits and bobs and extras. And to finish off the construction, we needed a place to put things. There was nothing on this place. It was just wild bush. So this little structure needs to go. We want to tidy it up. Here is a vehicle that a guy fixed for me, and he disappeared. So eventually I found the vehicle, but it was totally stripped, so that will become scrap metal. Right. Oh, I can hardly walk. This area here between the shed and the chicken run used to be my vegetable garden. I have tried lots of things here. We made beds, we had drip irrigation, but the lime in the water clogged them up. They didn't work. We had insect problems, heat, drought, and the soil was very poor. I spent a lot of energy and time to make compost and try to improve the soil, and eventually I just gave up on the garden project, as I could not see the benefit of putting so much money and time into it and having no return every time. I might be convinced at some point to try and do the vegetable garden again. It went all the way from that old car down here to about this point here. So this used to be all vegetable garden at some point. There's my chicken run and storeroom slash workshop. This is a little hoop that I made from an old swimming pool frame. I used to dabble in hydroponics. I had a Dutch bucket system set up here. I had this nutrient flow technique in the pipes running along here. There's my sump still in the ground. Used to be a little greenhouse where I would incubate and do all that sort of things. It sort of got away from me as I lost interest because I was just struggling to make things work on my own. Did not know enough to make it work in this climate. I planted quite a few moringa trees, the moringa oleifera. I planted quite a few. There's some stems. We have indigenous little worms that come out of the thorn trees, and they destroy them, and also every year the cold destroys them. So there are a few trees left here and there, but this used to be like a forest, and the drought just killed it off. I used to make powder with the leaves and then put them in capsules, so I might think of reviving this. Irrigation is still around, but everything needs so much attention. So maybe the moringa forest can get back up and a bit more attention. Maybe I'll replant in between next year, but do a bit of ground preparation first. Alright, the chicken structure was supposed to be a big chicken house, but because we don't have enough electricity to freeze the produce, we scaled down to only do 100 chickens at a time. These ones are supposed to be slaughtered tomorrow. I think we might give them another day or so, but this structure I built with a few friends. This curtain can lift up. Hey puppy. This part of it is where I can have a bit of an area to do woodwork and carpentry. I built that woodwork bench. Here's my lathe outside, and there's my boneyard. It's all overgrown now, but it's in there somewhere. This is a storeroom where I keep feed and boxes and things like that. The puppies have taken it over. At this side I keep most of my tools. So this is my messy, mixed up tool shed with all the tools that I own. And then you go through and there's the chicken run itself. Way back over there we have the bees. There's a beekeeper in Otjiwarongo who put 3 of his hives over here to see how they would do. They're not doing well. We're having trouble with the wasps. He wants to move these away to go do some pollinating up in the north, and we'll see if he brings them back. This is the best colony. This one is quite active. That one is very quiet, and this one is also active. Alright, this is my front stoop, and here's a little bridge that I've built with leftover building materials, reclaimed, as well as this roof. I also built that from reclaimed casing material that came off a building site of my father-in-law, and I cleaned them all up, and then I built this roof, and then I also did this floor. Nothing is perfect. I learn as I go, but doing is learning. This is my fire boma. So at night we like lighting a fire. We call it a voetvuur, a fire at the feet, and then you sit back and enjoy the stars in nature. So just around the house there is my old rabbitry. I used to keep rabbits and breed them. as breeding stock for others. It was a very lucrative business, but rabbits being rabbits, in a while the prices started dropping and I decided to stop. There's the basil doing really well. There's some peppers. What we call spinach is what you guys would know as Swiss chard. More chilies back there. This is some sort of Chinese cabbage or something that's just going crazy. A few tomato plants. It probably needs attention and leading up. Don't know exactly how to do it, but I've got ropes up already, so we'll probably tie that around them and try and suspend them a little bit. There's a seedling tray with seedlings that need to go out, a few lettuces, some cucumbers and green peppers. So this structure, the roof has deteriorated, and as everything around here, everything has started very nicely, but then I was struggling and not having success or positive input, and then it sort of dies off again. I'm hoping that you guys can help me with inspiration and good advice to get this homestead back to where it should be. So thank you very much. I think that's all the infrastructure that we can see for now, and that should give you an idea of our good life. Thank you.